Wow, now wow, they say the evil of men, women lives with them and after them. You, Edochie and Judy Austin have been running helter skelter. They have been looking for ways of making this karma go away. But karma does not, make mistakes. Karma goes directly to he or she that it needs to deal with. It is so sad. It is so sad. Now, the report that landed on our desk is this from a reliable source. This report will shock you. This is exclusive. You have never heard this before. In fact, this one will blow your mind. First of all, like and share this video. It's very important. And please subscribe. Tap on the subscription button. Very important. Let's grow this channel. This is the only way you can encourage us to do more. Like I said, the evil of men and women lives with them and also after them. And karma does not make mistakes. Now, you and Judy Austin, they've been seeking for solutions here and there. As you all know, the devil does not give anyone free gifts. If the devil gives you 5, the devil will take 500 from you. At the end of the day, you are still a loser. Some might say, you know what? Eat with the devil with a long spoon. It does not make sense at all, because whatever you take out of the plate of the devil, when it gets into your mouth, it is still poison. Well, native doctor, the spiritualist, in fact, the spiritualist, when you say native doctor, a lot of people see them as this, dirty, smelly, kind of spiritualist. Let us use the word spiritualist because they are now modern. They've modernized all their activities and what they do. They went to this spiritualist, and this spiritualist instructed them. She said, the only way out of your calamity, as you all know, I told you that the neighbors living on the streets of Judy Austin and you, they came out to tell us that Judy Austin kept screaming, shouting, she cannot sleep, and she's becoming crazy. This sleepwalking of a thing. Well, things have become worse between them. This spiritual punishment, it has come to a point whereby they are looking for help, looking for solution. They are looking for ways. You, Edochie, is looking for ways to appease the spirit, the ghost of K0LLAPSE, his son. Because the fear is that K0LLAPSE might delete him or delete Judy Balabala, Enugu bag of rice, Jezebel, Omreka, and maybe it will affect the 2 children that Judy Austin claimed, allegedly, that she gave birth to. She is struggling with Mr. Obasi, who has called Yo and also called her based on the taboo, the abomination, and is yet to sort that out. Because Mr. Obasi, the legit original husband of Judy Austin, said their daughter is sick and this sickness is spiritual. Let us go to the crux of the matter. Now, this spiritualist gave Yule and Judy Austin 48 hours. In these 48 hours, he needs to provide the cloth that K0LLAPSE wore on that day that he passed away, the cloth that he took to the morgue. Unfortunately for him, this is not where he is. He's in Enugu, and what they asked him to bring is not in Enugu, it is in Lagos. As you know, that is where you and May lived before he ran crazy, before Kayamata worked on him, before he started showing signs of a demented human being, wicked person, greedy. Well, from the report, you and a friend landed in Lagos. He is not permitted to go to that house, but because of the urgency of this, he went. At first, he didn't appear. It was the friend that came and knocked at the door. Of course, they've observed, they know that May is at home. He knocked and he said, "Hi, how are you?" And she's like, "Hey, how are you? Why are you here? What's the problem?" "Well, I just don't want you to embarrass us by your husband. He's still calling you May's husband." I was saying, "No, please don't say." He said, "Okay, sorry, the father of your children. There is something urgent that he has in this house and he wants me to be here and stand as a witness. So there won't be any issue of something happened or did not happen. And if you want to call any of your family member, you can also call. But it is okay. Your children are here. He just wants to check some part of the house, his room, the room both of you stayed, and another place in the house. There are certain things that he needs urgently." And May, being a peaceful person, obviously, with her phone recording this is what this person told us. With her phone switched on, monitoring, you started moving back and forth. That friend did not come inside of the house. He is out there in the compound of the house, in the yard of the house. So he kept moving around, forming like he's looking for something. Eventually, he said he's looking for something, and May asked, "Please, what is this thing that you're looking for? You are sweaty. Looking for what exactly? What did you keep? What did you lose? Maybe if you tell me, I will tell you where it is or something." Well, he opened his mouth finally and said, "Well, I need Kambeli Shuku's clothes. One of it." Where are all his clothes? Obviously, he knows the one that he wants to target, to pick, according to what the spiritualist instructed him. "You have to bring this." We will now call the spirit, the ghost of Kambi, through that cloth, the final phase of his life, the energy that he deposited on that cloth and shoes. This is what we need to call. But make sure you bring the clothes, even if it's underwear, anything that he wore on that day before he passed away. Bring it. Now, May responded and said, "Look, you have pictures of him all over social media. If you want to even create a portrait out of it, you can do so. And you have pictures on your mobile phone. You have pictures. There are a lot of pictures. You want pictures? You can take pictures to remind you of him. Why do you need his personal effect? No." And of course, you know that May is also careful that Yul will not come and perform some diabolic, evil, wicked enterprise, perform some evil duties, do something wicked in that house. She's aware of this. That is why she recorded it. She recorded everything, moving around, making sure that if her eyes cannot capture, at least a camera will capture everything. Some are saying she should not have allowed him in. But, well, it happened as it happened. If it didn't happen this way, how are we going to know what Yul came into that house for? Well, he went around the house, kept moving around, saying, "I just need something to remind me he's my son. If it is his shoes, if it is the clothes." Well, May says, "Sorry, you were not available when he needed you. You were not available for the whole thing. So how come you're asking for clothes?" "Well, there is no clothes. It has been burnt according to the instruction that was given to me by my own prophet. You also said your prophet told you that I am a wicked person, a witch, and that I wanted to take you out of this life. And the arrow that I fired at you finally ended up our son Kambi, isn't it? And you believe your prophet. I also believe my prophet that instructed me to make sure that none of his belongings remain, not even his junior brother. Siblings should wear it. All of his personal effect, apart from picture, portrait picture, none of his things remain in this house. It has all been burnt." This is how you nearly ran mad. He nearly ran crazy. At first, he wanted to start saying, "How dare you? He's my son. I bought. How can you do that? How can you do this?" Well, you know the whole story. I know the children between them are for both of them, but there are certain things that you cannot begin to query or question anybody about when you leave your duty post. When you leave your duty post, you cannot now start complaining of this and that. You were not there to make decisions, and you don't expect those things to be left there Particularly if it is something sensitive, it has come to a point where you are saying, oh, this person is a wicked person, is a witch, is a that, is a this. She said, no, sorry, man. And now 48 hours is elapsing. What will Mr. Yule do? Mr. Yule had no other option than to return back and say, herbalist, cloth has been burnt. What else can we do? Can't we just call the spirit to order? Can't we just bribe his spirit? What can we do? Because right now, things are getting out of hands. Everything good is not coming to me anymore. What can I do? What can I do? You know, this kind of people, they will not go to a prophet of God, a prophet of Yahweh, a prophet of Yah, a prophet of Jehovah. They will not go to the prophet of the true one God. They know that the only way out for them is to cut corners, to seek for ways to put an end to their wickedness. But you cannot end wickedness with wickedness, evil with evil. No, it is not possible. I don't know if you have any suggestion for you and Judy Austin. What suggestion, advice you have for me? Drop it in the comment section. Like and share. Like we always do, like and share. Subscribe. See you in the next update.